Hey there, it's Dan.Wardrope here from Flexxable. Today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite topics which in lead gen, which is about finding your niche within a niche. And let me give you a real world example. Let's say you're looking for a new industry and you decided that you want to go into the mortgage space, okay? I'm going to give what the situation here is in the UK and what I've seen very little of inside Facebook and the ads that I see, okay? So let's say you want to go after mortgages and you're looking to land clients. If you look at the way the consumer behaves, there's a big market for obviously people that are remortgaging their properties and they're looking for really low interest rates. And that's a very competitive market. Okay, people can go straight to their banks and remortgage that way, or they can go to the broker that they've probably already been using for years. Or they can just type into Money Supermarket or whatever that is. Plus, there's a lot of lead gens focusing in this space, and it can be, very competitive. But myself, just speaking from my own experience, I do buy property, and what I've found is that when I buy property to let out to people, it's called a buy-to-let mortgage over here in the States, in the UK, is that there's not many people specializing in this area because it's actually since 2008 and the property crash, the banks have really tightened up on buy-to-let lending. And what's happened, What's happened is that there's a whole market that not many people are talking about, which is pretty exciting. And it means that you can actually buy a property as an investor inside a limited company. And there's probably something similar that happens over there in the States, or in Australia, where there's different ways to buy property and finance property that the mainstream person doesn't use. And over here in the UK, you can buy a property with, I think you just have to open a limited company and set that up on a certain day, and you have to show a minimum of £20,000 of personal earnings or whatever that is. And then after that, you can get a mortgage on the same day, as opposed to a buy-to-let mortgage for a individual where you actually get taxed exceptionally high on the difference between the interest rates and the rent that you get. But that's by and by. That's not really related. But there's a whole market out there that people are trying to buy property with via a limited company, and it's very hard to know what the best interest rates are and the best way to do this. Okay, and if you look in any industry, whether it be mortgage or finance or car finance, car finance, for example, it could be trying to find electric vehicles for business owners, which is there's a massive incentive for that as well. So what I find, and when I see people coming into my program and learning how to generate leads, they're often not thinking enough about the different options and the different niches within a niche to go after, to be able to cut through the advertising space and really speak to a certain person, a certain consumer. So there really is opportunity out there, but you can't be lazy. You have to get in there and understand the market, go onto the website, see what people are doing. There's these type of stories or opportunities in every single niche out there. It's just people are too lazy to go and look for it themselves. So if you're someone that's interested in being able to use and leverage my community and myself knowledge in this area, then of course I'm putting together a group of people to be able to do this and enter a market where they can think outside the box a little bit and find those niches that are much easier to generate leads for, whether it be from YouTube or Facebook or whatever. Okay, and the thing is, some of these industries, some of these niches within a niches have very, very profitable margins because not as many people are doing it. Okay, and there's a little bit more work involved for the broker, but the margins are much, much higher. So, yeah, let me know if you're interested. Drop me an email, Dan.Wardrope@flexdigital.com, and we'll take it from there. Chat soon.